Hi everybody, my name is Keith and this is my channel Attack from Down Under. I'm coming at you today with another one of my 80s Guitar Wizard videos, and the artist that I picked for today is Billy F. Gibbons, and he fits in perfectly with the description wizard because he just looks like one with his long beard and everything. But he's no slouch at all, no slouch on the slide guitar, and he's just an excellent blues guitarist. So, who is Billy Gibbons? He was born in 1949, and he's most well known as a blues rock guitarist with the group ZZ Top. So ZZ Top's got the longest running band with an unchanged lineup in the history of popular music. I think they're all born around the same time, but Billy was the youngest in the band. He arranges the music, he writes songs for ZZ Top, and was the leader. He also dabbles a bit in acting on the TV series Bones, and he's launched his own brand of barbecue and hot sauces. So he's going off in different areas apart from music. And after the death of his bandmate Dusty Hill, another good guitarist, he continues to release solo albums of the same sort of trademark blues rock style. So his last solo album was called Hardware, and this is his third solo album. It was released in 2021. I've actually ordered it. I've been waiting for it to arrive for about a week and no show. So I'll just show you what the cover looks like, if you can see that there. Yes, so that's Hardware. And it was released as a tribute to Joe Hardy, his engineer, studio engineer for many years, who passed away. So they used his name to incorporate into the title of the album, which was Hardware. So just a bit of a early bio of Mr. Gibbons. He was born in Houston, Texas, and he received his first electric guitar on his 13th birthday. At the age of 18, he formed the Texas psychedelic group, the Moving Sidewalks. So this is the album that they did, the Moving Sidewalks, and it's called Flash. And there he is there, with his mouth full. A very young Billy Gibbons, but minus the beard and all that. There you go. So this album's actually a gatefold there, and that's him there again. Bill Gibbons, vocals, guitar, harmonica, Don Summers, bass, Dan Mitchell, drums, Tom Moore, organ, piano. So the Moving Sidewalks group opened in concert for Jimi Hendrix during Jimi Hendrix's first American tour as a headliner. He was friends with Hendrix, and one of his claim to fame is that he had the nerve to perform one of Hendrix's signature songs, Foxy Lady, in front of him in concert. I suppose it took a bit of nerve to do, one of the best guitarists around. And Hendrix rated him as a really good guitarist himself and talked about him. So that's the early album. I'll just show you this is a Nakama re-release on this label here. They release a lot of good old albums. Right, so the one he's most well known for is, of course, ZZ Top. And ZZ Top was formed after Moving Sidewalks was over with in 1969. So they settled on a lineup of Gibbons, and then on vocals and guitar, Dusty Hill on bass and vocals as well, and drummer Frank Beard. Both were members of another band called the American Blues. And within a year, they signed with London Records and in 1971 released their first album. So with the albums Tres Hombres 1973 and Fandango in 1975, they started to develop their own signature blues rock and rhythm style. And Gibbons delved deep into the blues. They also did a really successful worldwide Texas tour, which incorporated 98 shows over 18 months in 1976-77. And the idea behind that was sort of take Texas to the rest of the country, and I think they went overseas. They might have gone overseas. I'm not 100% sure. So they had a bit of like a zoo with them as well, with rattlesnakes and different animals just so they could take Texas and show off Texas to other places. And because of that tour and success of that tour, like 98 shows, they were known as a great live act. But the road took a bit of a toll on Frank Beard. And that's so after a detox and a rest period, the band reformed quite a while. But in the interim, Gibbons and Dusty Hill, they sported matching chest-length beards because they just got lazy and didn't shave. So that was part of their new look, the big long beards that everyone knows. Not like in that first cover where he's pretty clean shaven that I showed you. So with the new look, they started in a new mainstream, a different musical direction. They brought in music synthesizers and drum effects, and this massively increased their popularity, resulting in stardom with the albums Eliminator in 1983 and Afterburner in 1985. Of course, this is Afterburner. So everyone, well, not everyone, but I always say that, I shouldn't say that. If you're around in the 80s, you will know all the videos. They were really popular on MTV. Really good, fun videos that ZZ Top did with this album and Eliminator. This is a good summer record to spin. This Afterburner came out in 1985. So the videos together played in rotation and successful tours, and their popularity just grew. I actually saw this lineup in the 80s. It was the first concert I went to and loved the music, and that was the first time I saw Billy play and the band play. I'm not sure exactly of the date. It was around about when this came out, maybe a bit later because he would have toured the rest of the world first before he came down to where I live. And there's the vinyl. Great fun album, that one. So there was another successful tour with their 10th album, Recycler. Recycler came out in 1990. Follows a similar formula with synthesizers and that, but I do like the guitars in this album a lot. Another good ZZ Top album. There you go. It's a CD. So the groups, they started to experiment a lot more with different ways to portray their music, with mixed success for a further 4 albums in the 1990s. And in early 2000s, their most recent release, La Futura, came out. Futura came out in 2012. So ZZ Top, massively successful, has released 15 albums and sold an estimated 50 million albums worldwide. They're still touring, even after the sad loss of Dusty Hill, who passed away in 2021. The band's guitar tech, Elwood Francis, has stepped in as a replacement, and that was the lineup that I saw the second time, actually just this year. I thoroughly enjoyed the concert, but I think there's 2 different branches of fans of ZZ Top. There's the ones that just like the 80's massive albums, Eliminator and Afterburner. So when I went to the concert, they stayed when they were playing the 80's hits and the big hits like Legs and Sharp Dressed Man and those ones. They stayed for that. But when Billy and the band started to get into the blues, which I was waiting for, which I liked better, a lot of people left, which I found really disappointing, because I enjoy the blues, early blues records, and that sort of sound a lot more than the popular driven synthesizer music of, well, they're still great. I can appreciate both, but I did appreciate the blues music more. And that's what ZZ Top really is a blues band, blues rock band. So it was the second time I saw them, and they just put on a great show. Billy's just really good on the slide guitar. It's just amazing just to watch on the big screen how he handles the slide guitar. And in one of his videos for that solo album he does, Hardware, he plays a slide using a beer bottle. I don't think he used a beer bottle to record it, but I'm sure he could probably do that. Anyway, talking about the solo career, he's had a good solo career as well. He's returned to the simpler guitar-driven blues sound, and his first album was called Perfectamundo and was released in 2015. I've listened to them all, and his second is called The Big Bad Blues, that came out in 2018. And in 2019, that album, Big Bad Blues, was named Blues Rock Album of the Year at the Blues Music Awards. So that just takes us back to his latest album, Hardware, which, like I was saying, I'm still waiting to receive. Listen to that. That's a good one. And the song Lucky Card. In that video, he sort of harks back to some of the old 80's ZZ Top videos, and that they sort of do and some of the theatrics. And so at 70, I think he's 73 years old, Billy F. Gibbons has had a long musical career. He's appeared on a lot of other artists' albums as well. He's made television appearances, and he's had a solo career in his own right. So I like his music, and I've been lucky enough to see him twice. So that's my video today on another Guitar Wizard. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for those that are subscribing to my channel, and if you like to watch these sort of videos, comment and subscribe, and thank you.